Recently, we have seen many video games and shows explode in popularity due to everybody staying at home as much as possible. These pieces of art and entertainment have shattered previous records and are a fascinating byproduct of a fascinating point in history. When you think about it, any show that gains momentum recently is bound to break records. After all, it's the most popular show at the most opportune time. Everybody is at home, and they all want entertainment. So, here we go. Pieces of art made popular by quarantine, or as I'd like to call it, the entertainment boom. The time period where everybody consumes more entertainment than ever, and potentially ever again. First off, let's talk about older shows that recently came back into the spotlight. Everybody has a backlog of shows that they claim that they'll watch eventually. Well, there's quite literally no better time to watch them than now. Shows by HBO have recently been dropped on Hulu, a very wise decision by both companies, as it gives younger viewers a chance to watch some of the best shows of all time. The Sopranos, Silicon Valley, The Wire, 6 Feet Under, and of course Game of Thrones. However, Netflix similarly added a few classic Nicktoons to their service. Once again, this was a stroke of genius by Netflix, as Avatar: The Last Airbender, Invader Zim, and Victorious can now be viewed by a new generation, especially The Last Airbender, arguably the greatest Nicktoon of all time. Additionally, Netflix has been clearly the most popular streaming service throughout the pandemic. Criminal Minds, Waco, Community, and The Office have all seen a resurgence in popularity years after release. Not to mention that Hulu and Netflix have been dropping original shows at the perfect time. Hulu dropped Little Fires Everywhere, quickly getting praise from the internet. Outer Banks became the most popular item on Netflix in just 3 weeks, which is absolutely insane to say the least. It's pretty obvious that every streaming company knows that this is the time to strike, so they are feverishly buying properties to make their service better. This is nothing but a good thing for us consumers and has left many of us with too much to watch. Now let's talk about the 10-part Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance. This ESPN film was supposed to launch in July, however, ESPN geniusly released it early on April 19th. The first episode is the most viewed ESPN documentary to date, and nothing really comes close. Not only did this documentary give people sports content, but it absolutely proves who the GOAT is. However, all of those pale in comparison to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Out of everything in this segment, Animal Crossing released at the most opportune time. The game released on April 20th, about a week after England, America, Japan, and Canada began quarantine. Those 5 countries are huge markets for video games. Animal Crossing has always had the reputation of being the series that you could easily dump hundreds of hours into, with New Horizons being the biggest game in the series so far. Word quickly spread that this was the game to play during quarantine, and the Switches began flying off the shelves. After only 2 months, the numbers are absolutely mesmerizing. Animal Crossing New Horizons has sold 13.4 million copies to date. In its first 11 days, the game sold 11.7 million copies. If that wasn't impressive enough, New Horizons is well past the total earnings from all previous games in the franchise combined. Let me reiterate, in 2 months, the game has outsold the rest of the entire series. Animal Crossing is now a primary video game series in the same vein as Mario or Call of Duty. From now on, if an Animal Crossing comes out, we all know it's going to sell millions of copies and millions of systems. This is why, in my opinion, Animal Crossing New Horizons is the highlight of the entertainment boom. Another game that released at the perfect time, March 10th, was Call of Duty Warzone. Warzone is a battle royale mode for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which was already the best-selling game of last year. It is without a doubt the most popular battle royale since Fortnite's height in early 2018. Activision has confirmed that the game has 60 million players and that the game has made multiple billions of dollars. It is now on pace to be the best-selling game in Call of Duty history. These shows and games are poised to set unbreakable records and have kept people smiling during this dark time. Feel free to watch that show or play that game you've been putting off for years. Who knows how long you'll have this free time. I'm Matt Messina. Back to you in the studio.